Happening tomorrow, the Menendez brothers one step closer to being freed after 3 decades behind bars for killing their parents. The two will appear before a parole board separately, hoping to be released. First up will be Erik Menendez. KCAL's Lauren Pozen is live in our newsroom now with a preview and to explain the process ahead for both brothers. Lauren?
Well, Pat, Erik and Lyle Menendez got here after being resentenced in May under California's youthful offender law. The brothers have been tied to the same crime for decades, but when it comes to parole, they're going to face the board separately. The hearings are virtual from their prison in San Diego. They're not going to be televised, and only one reporter is allowed inside.
36 years ago today, Erik and Lyle Menendez walked into their parents' Beverly Hills home on North Elm Drive and killed them. Now, after more than 3 decades behind bars, a parole board will decide beginning tomorrow if they get to walk free. Erik Menendez is up first with Lyle on Friday. Former federal prosecutor and now civil and criminal defense attorney Stephen Cazares says what will take place is similar to what happens in trial.
The defense will then present evidence to demonstrate in their view that each of the brothers are no longer risks to the public, that they don't pose an unreasonable risk.
2 different panels will consider key factors like the brothers' ages at the time of the crime. Erik was 18, Lyle was 21, along with their progress in rehabilitation and plan to avoid reoffending.
Theoretically, if one of them, let's say, did better in custody in their rehabilitation, reprogramming, and or avoided rules violations better than the other, you could have a situation where one gets parole and the other doesn't.
If the parole board grants their freedom, they're not walking out right away. There's a review process, and if approved, it's up to the governor.
California has a long history of governors kind of rejecting parole board positive decisions and overruling. But, you know, it's an interesting situation. These brothers have gained so much support from the public and the community to justify their release.
The Menendez family continues to support the brothers' release, saying they're cautiously optimistic. For more than 35 years, they have shown sustained growth. They've taken full accountability. They express remorse to our family to this day and have built a meaningful life defined by purpose and service. We know that Erik and Lyle will come home. That is no longer a doubt. We just hope they are granted the second chance in time to hug their Aunt Joan and Aunt Terry. It's that support that makes their fight for freedom stand out.
If victims oppose, that can really have a big impact. Here, where they support, that can also, I think, have a real significant impact.
A decision is expected at the end of the parole hearings, but remember, just because there's a decision, there's also going to be that review. And there is another route to freedom if this doesn't go their way. The governor, Pat, could grant them clemency. We'll send it back to you.
All right, we'll be watching for sure. Thank you so much, Lauren.